Welcome back to Valley View Live. Boys and Girls Clubs of Southern Nevada give the gift of a great future to our youth, and today they're being rewarded in a really big way. I'm really excited about this. President and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Southern Nevada, Andy Bishel, is here with more. Thank you for being here. And Dina Mitchell, we're going to explain why you're here as well. This is everything to do with our fantasy football, giving back, touchdown for charity, all of that. But Andy, talk to me. You're new with Boys and Girls Club,
I am.
but you've been around
week.
town
I have.
for some time.
I was with the Animal Foundation before, but just came over to the Boys and Girls Club beginning of the month.
And what do you love so much about the work that you all are doing?
Yeah, it's about the kids, and that's what's great. Is it gives them a safe place to go after school, but it also challenges them both in some athletic components, but also after school homework help, those kind of things. So it gives kids a place to go to find themselves and see where they want to go with their futures.
And to learn about what they love, right?
Yep,
so that it can
absolutely.
help them in their futures. And for
find
you,
their passions.
Find their passions. Ooh, you guys know I like that. How many facilities are there across the valley?
There's 14. 14 different facilities.
That's crazy. So you work separately with each and every one of them, or you?
Correct. We have club directors at each location, serving about 20,000 kids a year. So.
And have you guys noticed an increase in the performance of kids across the valley since you guys have been around?
Not in the last week.
That's
historic.
Yeah, you know, it is. It's always a need. I don't think it'll ever go away. There is a need for a safe after-school place and a safe place to go for the summers. Again, to find those passions, and then once you find that passion, then you pursue it. We're looking to keep teens engaged. Again, that after-school time is a tough time for teens. So can we make a cool spot?
Cool, keeping it cool.
Right,
is the other
that they
thing.
will hang out at, and then that helps mentor the younger kids so that they stay around. So it's just a great, safe place to be.
Safe haven. Dina, why did you choose to represent them in this year's charity?
I strongly believe that, well, kids are our future. I think that's no revelation, but the fact that Boys and Girls Club is able to touch so many kids in our community and, like you said, keep them occupied.
Right.
You know, from 12 years on, I mean, it's so important to keep kids occupied and so they don't get into trouble and keep them engaged.
Keep them
engaged,
yeah.
You know, I love Boys and Girls Club, and not just because of what they do. The organization and the people behind it are just really good people, easy to work with, and fun. And that's part of the thing about charities that I love. I mean, just people that you get along with and you have fun, and yeah.
And you guys have some good advertising out there too, because how many times I hear about movers and shakers in our world today have roots with Boys and Girls Club. You hear about the singers, the songwriters, the Jay-Z's of our world who want to pay homage, you know, back to Boys and Girls Club. So for you, was that something that you wanted to continue?
It was a national brand. I mean, that really helps. But again, it goes back to that. There's a need, and I think the need will always be there.
And it works.
It's been in existence since the late 1800s, and really created a place so that those kids that a lot of our club directors are former kids that came up through that. So they're really passionate about it. They know what was special to them so that they can deliver that back to the kids.
Absolutely. Breakfast, a big breakfast is coming up. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're doing Youth of the Year. That's the big selection for our kids in the Boys and Girls Club. We pick one from the local organizations, and then we'll do a state, and then state will go to national. So
you guys are a big deal.
Yeah.
And one of the girls that just spoke, she came in and spoke at our board meeting.
Yeah.
What a phenomenal girl. This girl will be graduating high school with a college diploma, her BA, at the same time. I mean, this girl just dedicated herself, and she has a hardship story, but it kind of was just told to us, just a matter of, you know, just some information. It really wasn't a hardship. There wasn't a tear that came into her eye, but yet tears that came to eye. Yeah, and so, I mean, this is, you know, I believe in that. No one should be a victim of their past. Your past should never dictate your future, and here's someone who took, you know, a bad situation and turned it into great. I mean, graduating high school with a college diploma at the same time.
And something that may help the entire organization. Let's go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, something that might help
come on.
is my second place finish in Touchdown for Charity, fantasy football. And it's a $1,000 check, and I'd like to present it to you now.
Thank you.
$1,000. Oh, we have a special.
Oh, we have. There we go.
Come on, let's see. Yes, Carrot Top. Thank you.
Yeah, man, and what you do is awesome. By the way, that's awesome. I should have gone to. I should have gone there when I was a kid.
You turned out all right, Carrot Top.
I did?
You
Sure?
did good.
Definitely did.
Help our youth reach their full potential with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southern Nevada. For more information on them or any of their exciting events coming up, go to bgcsnv.org. Again, that's bgcsnv.org. And still to come right here on Valley View Live. Congrats, $1,000. Yes. See, how'd fight on. Keep chatting with us, guys. Share your thoughts. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Always use that hashtag VVLive. And Dow, over to you.
Thank you so much. Our guest host, Carrot Top, doesn't just entertain here in the Valley, he also gives back. He recently chose Ronald McDonald House as his charity of choice in our Touchdown for Charity Fantasy Football League. He won the competition, and now that charity gets to benefit.
Amazing.
He's here along with Missy Check with Ronald McDonald House, and our Fantasy Football League Commissioner, Dina Mitchell, also back with us. No offense, the other check was child's play. This is the big league, and we'll talk about that in a second. But congratulations on winning. Were you just thrilled when you heard?
Oh, we've been so excited throughout the whole season, kind of following on Twitter and social media and kind of rooting on Carrot Top throughout the whole season. And then to see the final win was just so exciting.
It was so stressful, you know, because you're just playing against your buddies. You know, you're really playing for something good, worthwhile.
Cause,
so it was really took time to make sure we did the right picks.
Well, you did a great job.
Yeah. Got lucky. Cam Newton came through, man.
No, you really did. You really did good. I mean, you picked a quarterback that not many people even paid attention to. And actually, I mean, someone picked for you. You were actually, I think, in Florida or whatever when you did the draft. So you really kind of just got the luck of the draw. But I think you did 19 trades or so, and you picked up some really good people. But Cam Newton, someone never looked at, and then I think by week maybe 13 or 14 had scored more points than any fantasy points than any other player. I think Antonio Brown now is ahead of him. But man, I mean, at the very end, it came down between you and I. It came Brady against Cam, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you killed me at the very end.
Well, we got, like I said, we got really lucky just in general, but it was awesome to have it come down to that and be able to give the check to you guys. And this is awesome.
And Missy, what are you going to do with the money?
Well, first of all, I wanted to mention that I wish you could have seen all of us watching the actual announcement. We were, if anybody knows much about Ronald McDonald House, we are temporary housing for families who are bedside of their child while they're getting critical medical treatment here in Las Vegas. So we have 12 rooms in the house. And luckily enough, one of the rooms wasn't being used at the time. And so we all kind of spread out in there, and we turned on the TV. We were watching for the announcement. And what happened? We
had a viewing party.
Screaming and jumping. Yeah, we did. We had a viewing party. It was hilarious. It was a really great moment for us. But what we plan to do with the money, as we do with most of our charitable donations from the community, is we put it right back to the families. Each family that stays with us they have the option of donating $10 a day for that room, and most of our families are not even able to pay that $10. And it does cost approximately $150 a night per family to stay at the Ronald McDonald House. So obviously, we take these great donations and we put them right back into house programming.
And you're feeding them every night.
We are.
Night
a great kitchen there. I've eaten there many times. It's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to shuttle them back and forth to the hospital.
It's expensive to run that place.
And bringing them lunches, I think, throughout all the hospitals.
Yep. So we do 148 lunches a day, and that is not only for Ronald McDonald House families, but it's for all families that are at Sunrise, UMC, and Cure for the Kids. And we make sure that those lunches get delivered, and so people can be fed instead of having to, try and fend for themselves with vending machines and things like that.
I like where you have on there where people can go on your site and choose a particular day and make food for everyone?
The dinner program, which is a great way to volunteer. And we depend so much on our community to help out in different ways, and we could not survive without our volunteers. And one of the biggest ones is you can go onto our website and you're able to go to How Do I Help? and it says dinner program, and it gives you a calendar. And so you and a group, and it can be a group of...
Can it just be me? Because that's what I was thinking about.
Well, it can be. It's a lot of work, but...
I do it all the time.
Well, we're running out of time, but Dina, our commissioner here, has something she'd like to present to you.
I definitely do.
Well, we're excited.
Come on in, Jade.
This is great.
I have a very big official check for $10,000 made out to Ronald McDonald House, and we have a little note here, Carrot Top Fantasy Football King.
Awesome, great. Well,
We
so
know
excited.
all the great work that you do, but Carrot Top, you chose Ronald McDonald a little bit because Ronald is ginger?
Nice, yes. We have a close tightness together, yes, Ronald and I. But no, I've been with you guys for, oh my God, I remember how many years now? Over 10.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, you were the one actually that you donated one of the first rooms when we were built in 1998. Yeah.
So I've been with them forever. My favorite.
And a little reward for you for doing such great work for the community is the Fantasy Football Trophy.
Wow, look at that.
And it actually has your name over here, my name way back years ago. So you are going to hold on to this until next year, right?
Oh my goodness. Congratulations.
I'm gonna put this on the hood of my car.
Right?
Drive down the road. Look who won.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Missy.
thanks,
Thank you, Dina.
Thanks a lot for being a part
Thank you
of
for
it.
letting me be part of it.
Hopefully you will again next year.
Let us do this.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again next year. To learn more about the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Greater Las Vegas, or to get involved, call the number or visit the website right there on your screen. Carrot Top, again, thank you so much for being with us today.